I was wondering, you get to talking about the people that influence you a lot. When I was a kid growing up, my dad hunted a lot and he had a lot of friends that hunted, and all of my dad's brothers hunted and they were all good lion hunters. And Jack Hooker was an uncle of mine and he was an awful good lion hunter. And they hunted back, the hard way in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s. And then there was two old guys that hunted with my dad a lot, Hollis Williams and Elgin Clark, and they both had a lot of dogs, and were awful good hunters. And Blue Rice, my neighbor up here, was my dad's cousin, and gosh, he got started hunting way back when, and he hunted up until he couldn't ride anymore. They were all, you just kind of idolized those guys when you was a kid. And couldn't wait till they'd come in the evening so you could hear all the stories they could tell, and they were just awful good hunters, all of them were.
Well, every ranch in this country at that time had a pack of
Oh
hounds.
yeah, every ranch from Silver City all the way to Reserve had a pack of hounds. And they hunted the year round, hunted lions and bear and everything, but that's before they put seasons on all that stuff too.
How about now? Is there that many hounds?
I bet I'm the only one left between here and Reserve that's got hounds. It's, as far as the ranchers, there's some of these guides and outfitters around that have hounds, but I can't think of me and my son-in-law and about the only one still ranching that got dogs. My neighbor up here had dogs and he sold his ranch, so he's not there anymore. There are not many of them left as far as the ranchers that hunt. There's a guy at Glenwood, Sewell Goodwin, still got dogs, and he's an awful good hunter. He's got a ranch up there, and he's hunted for years. But they're just, as far as the ranchers, and the ranchers started hunting out of trying to survive, is why most of them started hunting with hounds.
Yeah.
You take all over the whole Southwest, there was lion hunters everywhere and most all of them were ranchers too. There weren't any guide and outfitters then that just hunted. There was a few guys that worked for the Biological Survey and Animal Damage Control and that, that had hounds, but there wasn't a lot of them either.
I don't know how a young man can get started today as a guide and outfitter with the game seasons that they have now.
It's hard. That's one of the reasons why we kind of quit running bear, because they have the bear hunts so messed up with the elk hunts in the fall that you can't hardly run enough bear to ever get your dogs trained up, and you can't set up a camp like we used to and run several hunts through one camp, you just can't do that anymore. So it's just kind of phasing everything out the way it looks like to me.
Yeah.
You'd have to really want to hunt. Now, I go down in Texas quite a bit, and there's quite a few lions down in that country, but it's all private land, and you have to be in with some of those ranchers down there. You can't get on there to hunt, and they got quite a few lions, and they'll probably always have lions down there, but those ranches are being bought up by oil people and hunting clubs and stuff are buying all those ranches up, so they're not really your true cattle ranchers, and a lot of them like to have the game and like to have the lions, and some of them are hunting the lions to protect their deer and everything else they've got on there too. So, it's getting tough, harder and harder. I think the best part of all this hunting and stuff is behind us.
Yeah.
As we know it, there may be better other types, but the way we know it, I think the best of it's all but gone, already behind us.
I've said it many times over the last 5-6 years. I'm glad I'm on the far end of my life.
Oh yeah, me too. The way everything's happening so fast and so many people moving out and buying these ranches and subdividing them to where, it's just not the same as it used to be, the wide open spaces.
No more.
Oh, that's right. They ain't gonna be no more. And there's a few of those places down in Texas where there's still big wide open spaces, but there are little settlements where they're buying and dividing those places up too,
Yeah.